Yo, what's up everybody? We got a different style of video today than I've ever done. This is the first time I've ever written a script for a video. We have a tier list, not on the rating of the characters, but how likely they are to eat crayons. How brain dead are these characters? So at the bottom tier, we have crayon free. No crayons consumed at all. Solid characters. We got might salivate. They may be salivating over some crowns. And then we got only the red ones. The red ones taste the best. These guys have taste, but they're not chowing down on all of them. Then we got the crayon consumers. And we have keeping Crayola in business. These guys keep the factory for crayons running by themselves. Alright, first off, we got Warden. Warden is the pinnacle of respect and for honor. This guy stands by all the unspoken rules in the game, whether you think they're dumb or not. He'll emote to you before every round. This dude's a solid guy. That being said, he has a pretty limited moveset that requires a player to be pretty resourceful and understanding of the game mechanics to do well with him. So, those together, he's going in crayon free. Warden's a solid character in that regard. We got Conqueror. Conqueror is one of those characters, you'll find them light spamming and bash spamming. But there are also plenty that are annoying to fight just because they don't abuse the full guard to its fullest extent, to where they're easy to be guard broken or feinted into that. So they do require a little bit of paying attention, a little bit of game knowledge and prediction to not just get bullied. So we're going to put him in only the red ones, due to the light spamming and bashing. That is what knocks him down from a lower tier. Next we got Peacekeeper, old PK. We got two common types of PKs that you'll see out playing the game. You've got the soft feint spammer and the defense god. Completely two different levels of skills, far from each other, but both of these have a very high chance to turn into an absolute crackhead if they get you bleeding. They go fucking insane like a shark smelling water in blood. They will start swinging for the fences left and right, and they will not stop unless that bleed runs out, and they'll go back to their prior state of mind. That being said, we're going to put Peacekeeper in the might salivate category. Next, we got Lawbringer. I despise playing against this character, but that being put aside, Lawbringer is the turtle god himself. This guy is known to be a turtle and just block up and guard until he finds his opening. He is only not in the crayon free list due to his ability to dodge bash in order to avoid feints to guard break. And what this does is it allows him to turn his freaking brain off for 2 seconds, so he doesn't have to worry about you guard breaking him. If an unblockable is coming and you're going to feint it into a guard break, he does the dodge bash. You can't guard break him. You're just going to get bashed. So for that reason, he is going to go in the might salivate category. Next, we got Raider. Raider is going to span you with stunning taps until you cry or you do something about it. I mean, you can look at the character design and assume this motherfucker eats crayons. They also typically start attacking by whiffing a football field away from you to get into hyper armor the moment they truly engage with you. So he's just wailing around like he's paranoid and schizophrenic before he gets to you. Keeping Crayola running himself. Next up, Warlord. He will wait for you to fall asleep from boredom, or until you die of thirst, to do absolutely anything at all. He is probably eating his red crayons while he's waiting for you to fall asleep and pass out. He does have very limited abilities, and they require a decent level of game sense to avoid getting guard broken at any moment in his setups. If he tries to set you up with full guard, that's an easy feint to guard break, so it does require a little bit of game sense, a little bit of awareness. So we're going to go with only the reds. He's got good taste. Berserker, my main. I love this character, but y'all clicked on this video and you knew exactly where this motherfucker was going. He is the pinnacle of brain dead. That's why I play him. I've got the IQ of a walnut, and I can win with Berserker. It's great. Hyper armor through everything, trade until you outdamage them to death, and unblockable 50/50s in case you just get bored. Crayola gave this man a key to the Crayon factory, and Berserker went wild. He loves it there. Next up, we got Valkyrie. I despise the light spam on this character. They drive me insane. I don't know why. It's hard to read the direction they're coming from for me just based off the animation. I can't do it. but she does have a unique full guard type bash that takes some timing to use properly. She definitely takes some time to fully grasp and use with success outside of lower tier lobby light spam. So I wouldn't put her in completely brain dead. We're going to go only reds with her too. Only the good boys. And then we got Kensei. He has a very well designed kit, and his dodge attacks are some of the easiest to parry in the game. So they are not something that you can use without caution. Overall, he demands a good bit of understanding to use to his fullest potential. I would say he's a very solid character as far as the stereotypical moral standings of the people using him. He's going to go in crown free. Then we have Shugoki. I feel like I don't even need to explain what category he goes in at all. You look at him and you just assume this big ass motherfucker eats crowns. He is not fun to fight at all. It is just variable time heavies until you win or lose. Guard breaks if you start to catch on to those variable timing heavies. He will just outtrade you like Berserker if you let him. You've got to do something to stop his game plan, and then they could fall apart. Orochi. The fucking roach. The character we all think of when we hear light spam. The one that started it all. He will light you to death unless you make the correct reads. The only reason he is not in a higher tier of crown consumption is simply because he has the ability to play differently if the player chooses to. Years ago, all he had was his lights, and if you picked Orochi, you were gonna light spam because that's all you could really do. Now he's got a bash. They've made his deflect strong again. He's got an unblockable. He's a lot more well-rounded now. So, that being said, he's going to go in Crown Muncher. He's going to start that category off for us. Does not discriminate on the color. Next up, we've got Nobushi. Very spammable lights, but her hidden stance adds a lot of depth and creativity to her character. She is someone that takes quite a bit of practice to get down. Her skill ceiling and floor are both higher than average. So we're going to put her in the might salivate category. She does have that potential to turn her brain off and spam lights a little bit. Overall, she's a pretty in-depth character. Now, Centurion. Infinite jab mix-up that every Cent will try at least once in the game, and they will continue to do it until you stop them. They will probably open the first round with a kick straight from neutral out of nowhere. It's a very Crayon Eater move to do. But once you get into the mix-ups of the character, there is room to be very creative and tricky with your opponents, especially with those soft feints he's got. So we're going to put him in only the reds, just because of the common decisions that the people that play him make. Next up, we've got Shinobi. This character requires good defense and reaction time to work well. He is extremely annoying to hit when someone takes time to learn him. Those double dodges are really lifesavers and get out of jail free cards for him. But he's not generally a very brain dead hero. Just mainly due to the focus he takes to understand and operate. He is very squishy, easy to get guard broken if you are spamming that double dodge. Someone will grab you up. So we're going to put him in only the reds. All right, next up we've got Gladiator. Glad is one of those low skill floor, high skill ceiling characters. You can hop on and bash and light your way to a win your first few games. But you'll start to find the character can be much more in-depth than you thought when it comes to mix-ups. He is also very easy to read if you do not learn to use his feints end zone to your advantage. So, that being said, he's going to go in our Might Salivate category. Now, next up, we have Highlander. Highlander is... he's the guy that has two stances to balance between. His damage is insane, but the understanding of the character that it takes to be able to get that damage to land without being countered or stunned out of your grab and kick makes him one of those not so brain dead characters in the game to me personally. I think he takes a lot of focus, he takes a lot of time to get down. So we're going to go in the Crayon free category for him. I know a lot of people won't agree with that. That's where I put him just because of the complexity to learn him. Shaman, everybody's favorite crackhead on the block. Zone and soft feint crutch until you bleed them to death, or you get light parried because you're easier to read than a Dr. Seuss book. She is only not in keeping Crayola in business because she does take some time to get her mix-ups down because she can feel pretty clunky when you're learning her. So we're going to go in Crayon Muncher. Now we have We have Aramusha up next. Soft feint spam until you stop them. That is their game plan. That's the whole thing they do. There's not a whole lot to this character. Most of them are super easy to guard break because they use Blade Blockade on red with zero hesitation, but this character is not brain dead due to how much time it takes to actually play them to their fullest extent. So, that being said, we are going to put him in the Might Salivate category. Now, Tiandi, the dodging boy that never fucking sits still. This character has to chip away at you with very little damage by consistently using their kit to outplay you. It's really a death by 1,000 cuts when you fight this character. He's really not brain dead at all. I hate playing as this character because I do not want to put the time in to learning him and understanding him, even at a basic level, let alone getting into the mix-ups of him. So we're going to go crown free for Tiandi. Now, we've got JJ. JJ's soft feints are extremely annoying along with his parry punish, but he is very much someone who thrives on his opponents biting on feints. And that kind of playstyle does take some effort and skill to pull off. So we're going to put him in the only reds. Now we have Nuxia. This character is absolutely terrible. If you pick her, I assume you have a box of crayons next to your controller so that you can down one yourself every time you complain about playing an off-meta character when you lose. That being said, she's going and keeping Crayola in business. That is more for the people that play her than her herself. Now we have Shaolin. Extremely strong in the meta right now, but it is not due to the simplicity or ease to play of this character. He has two stances like Highlander, but you can't move in his second one, which is very weird to get used to. You also have to understand when to feint most of his moves because a lot of them are very easy parries if you throw them through consistently. You do have to keep your opponents on their toes. You do have to mix up quite a bit. So that being said, he's going to go in crown free. Black Prior, another one of my crash out characters, if they're good. He's not one of those that just drives me insane just because you played him. Good Black Priors are annoying as fuck. This character has so many options that he can use in his kit. But the flip mechanic is very, very easy to guard break if you were trying to spam it. So this character takes a great deal of understanding and timing. If you put that into it, he's very strong. Not super brain dead though, so we're going to go Might Salivate. Boy might down a crown every now and then, we don't know. Next up, we got Jormungandr. Oh, how they massacred my boy. I still miss Stamina Bully Jorm in his prime to this day. This character has a lot of bash pressure and ability to wall splat, which is really funny to pull off, but he does so little damage. You have to keep your opponent guessing and wall splatted to really tee off with him. Super fun when that gets to work, but it does take some thinking through. So we're going to go only reds for Jorm, just because he is a very gun-ho character typically. Hitokiri, fuck this character. She's dumb. 50-50 incarnate, the personification of the concept itself. No one likes fighting you guys. At all. Keeping Crayola in business. Fuck y'all. Xanu. Oh, Xanu, the Drip Lord spent most of his brain cells on picking out his latest outfit rather than being smart about his next move in this fight. Every Xanu player plays the same, and in a lot of ways it is just because there is not a lot of room to be creative with him. So he's going to go in the Crown Consumer category. Next up we got Warmonger. With Warmonger, it's land the claw stab by any means necessary. That's her whole plan. That's all she does. She's gonna dodge your attack. She's gonna hit you with that claw. She'll throw it straight from neutral. She don't give a fuck. That's all she's doing. So we're going only reds for her. Gryphon. Not fun to fight. Not fun to play. It is the same mix-up over and over. I hate this character. Keeping Crayola in business. I hate all of you. Now, Kyoshin. He's a bit different. Super cool design, not so cool performance. This dude is super easy to read. His moves are not complex at all. Usually I think full guard characters take some skill just because it's asking to be guard broken. But this guy is pretty simple and he's just annoying. He's not really giving you much of a challenge. We're going to go Crown Consumer for him. Pirate, the one terrorizing everybody for so long. This character is so strong. Fuck your trick shot. This isn't 2015. Go outside. Go back to COD. Go away. Keeping Crayola in business. Absolutely. Medjay. Light, heavy, light, heavy. If they catch on to that, heavy, light, heavy, light. Switch it up. Be creative. I'm fucking kidding. This is stupid. Crown consumer. All the way. Lucky I'm not putting him lower. Afeera. This bitch moves around like my last brain cell when I'm trying to do simple addition in my head. Her bash is annoying. Her mobility irks me. Overall, she's brain dead and stupid. Keeping Crayola in business. Next, we got Ocelotl. Just be aggressive and cross your fingers that your opponent has the reaction time of a wet napkin. He eats more crayons than an entire class of kindergartners. Keeping Crayola in business. Varangian Guard. That's what we're calling it. I don't know. I got the IQ of a walnut. I can't read shit. Varangian Guard. He is in this tier list because the people that play him eat the crayons in real life. I do not like any of you. Unless you subscribe, then I'm sure all of you are blissfully intelligent. Other than that, keeping Crayola in business. Next up, Sohei, the one-shot boy. The gimmick of all gimmicks. This dude will chase guard breaks like a crackhead chases crack. And if you thought he was crazy before that, when he gets all of his stacks, this man has tunnel vision like he has horse blinders on. He is completely brain dead. Boys keeping Crayola in business. Katoon. I cannot fight this motherfucker to save my life. I hate him. It is just full guard sprint, straight into deflect. You thought you could guard break him? Fuck you. Keeping Crayola in business. Virtuosa. This is the dumbest character in For Honor right now. She's not broken. Just a stupid design. I'm not here to say she's broken like everybody else is. Just a stupid design. I made an entire rage video about how much I hate this character. I will put it in the description if y'all want to watch that. But they will desperately run to get into their stance. And if you do not let them, they look like a fish out of water. And it's absolutely pathetic. I hate everyone that plays this character. She is the pinnacle of keeping Crayola in business. That's the whole tier list, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you learned something about how likely your favorite main is to eat crowns, or maybe you got a little satisfaction out of seeing your least favorite character at the very top. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. Have a good night.